My mother insulted my fiancé and said she won't support our marriage because she doesn't want black grandchildren. Now she'll never meet them anyway. Let me start by saying that I am white and my lovely fiancée is a black woman. She is the only black woman I have ever dated. My parents have always been supportive of me, and I have an incredibly strong family relationship with them and my siblings, or at least I thought. When I was growing up in the Midwest, there weren't many black people around, and the topic of racism never really came up. But I never suspected that my lovely, outgoing, and polite parents would be racist because they have even donated money to an orphanage in Africa for about 20 years now through their church. My parents met my fiancé a year ago but did not take it too seriously because I had a lot of girlfriends in the past, and they probably thought it was just another girlfriend. Last weekend I announced to them that my girlfriend was now my fiancé during a Zoom meeting. My parents looked slightly surprised because I hadn't discussed it with them beforehand, but they congratulated me. We wanted to have dinner with them in person to help them get to know their future daughter-in-law, and everything blew up. My mom forgot something for the dinner, and my dad and I went to the store to get it. My fiancé texted me about 10 minutes in, asking me to return immediately because she needed me, so my dad and I turned around. When I got back, she was crying in my car, asking me to take her to our house. Of course, I drove her home and told my parents I was sorry, and my fiancé told me what my mom had said to her. Essentially, my fiancé said that my mom was not supportive of us because she didn't want black grandchildren. She mentioned several other things, like my mom being surprised my fiancé married up. Well, I confronted my mom and asked her what she said, and my mom said she hadn't said anything close to that and that the only thing she said was that she was curious about what country my wife was ethnically from and that my fiancé mistook it. I asked my fiancé more probing questions, but she is adamant that my mom explicitly said these things. I've never known either of them to be liars, but the two people I trust most in this world are giving me completely conflicting stories. I want to side with my wife, but what if she is having some mental episode or something? Is it possible that no one is lying here? I need some help. Update: I love my fiancé and believe her, but I also loved my mom and had no reason to doubt her. It's hard to question your parents when they have always treated you well until this incident. Anyway, I was basically completely wrong about the whole situation. I decided to call my sisters, told them it was an emergency, and we hopped on Zoom together. I explained the crazy story to them, and one of them laughed but tried to hold it back. Then I went quiet, and we had a few seconds of awkwardness until she finally said, "Are you really asking this?" She told me, "Of course mom is racist." And my sisters agreed with her. They led me on a 30-minute rant about how mom would tell them not to marry outside their race, especially black people, claiming those marriages wouldn't work out and that no decent man would want you after. She told them this regularly, and they all married white people anyway. The thing is, I am 9 years younger than the youngest sister, so I guess I was never included in these talks. She never once mentioned race or who I should or shouldn't date. I don't know why I never received these messages. Moreover, I guess I'm just blind, as they also told me I was the favorite child since I was the only boy. I assumed my parents paid for everyone's first car in college, but it was just me. They were really mad at me for what I put my fiancé through and for not realizing things. But I feel like that's unfair because how am I supposed to know they were mistreated compared to me if I was just a child when they were in college? I guess the close relationship I thought I had was just an illusion. I told my fiancé that I was with her until I die and that I don't care if they all cut me off. I'm siding with her always. I should have done this from the beginning because she is really not the kind of person to call people racist, and I never knew her to be super political. After talking with my sisters, I hung up almost crying, which I normally don't do, but I told my fiancé everything I had learned, and we just held each other for a while. She is not really mad at me, just sad about the whole situation, and we talked a lot about whether to cut my parents out completely or not. I know for sure we will not let them around our future children. Also, my sisters called me back and apologized for being so harsh, but I really hope I don't lose all my family from this. I also found out my dad has those internal Ring cameras, and I asked to see the videos from that day, but he told me they were already deleted or overwritten. I would really like to see it in person for closure.